Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and the continuation of Ella and Alec's story. If you hear any noise in the background, it's just one of the dogs. Let's continue. Here we go. I'm about to cast the mother of all summoning spells. At first, I bring up a light haze of fairy dust. Then I ask for more. The cloud turns thicker until it's not only encircling me, but it fills my entire bedroom. Next up, I speak my incantation. This time, I'm done with questions. I'm making demands. I summon Skye. The dust quickly congeals in the form of a genie. A warm sense of satisfaction runs through my veins. I did it. She's here. Skye flashes me an innocent smile. Hello, Ella. Have you reconsidered? Ready to become one of us? You've been lying to me. What? I cast a spell and asked who was responsible for my pain. The answer was you. At this point, I expect Skye to quack like a duck or make a silly face, but she turns deadly serious. I've never seen this side of her before. Whatever I did, it's because I want to do the right thing by everyone. If Kokiva were here, he'd vouch for me. My gaze locks on the glass genie lamp upon my bedside table. I assumed that Skye just picked it up at the store. Kokivo's work is really popular after all. Perhaps I was wrong. And maybe I've been mistaken for a very long time. You mentioned Kokivo before. I fold my arms over my chest. How long have you been watching me? Skye sniffs. You don't want to know. No, you don't want to tell me because you can't lie. How long, Skye? Years and years. Our kind is dying out. You've always been halfway into a new life template. All you need to do is cross the finish line. I nod slowly. I know what this is about. You targeted me because you think I'm weak. All of this is because I don't have wings. So what if I did? Think about the possibilities, Ella. If you become a genie, you can destroy Adele. Our kind has that kind of power. My mind sorts through everything Skye has ever said to me. A memory appears. Crossing the room, I pick up the glass lamp. The night you gave this to me, you said anyone could be imprisoned like a genie. Come on, partner. I was just making conversation. She pulls out her gun and shoots the door. Only instead of a bullet, a little sign comes out at the end of the weapon. It reads, boom. Suddenly I can see what Skye has been doing all along. This whole unhinged thing is just an act. Now you're shooting the door to distract me from the fact I'm getting closer to what really happened to Alec. Tell me, yes or no, is Alec dead? Skye resets her gun into its holster. I don't have an answer for you. I think you do. You targeted me for some reason, and now you're locked in. If you could fly away right now, I'm certain you would. Skye glares at me. I take that as confirmation I'm getting it right. Answer me, I demand. Is Alec dead? No. My legs feel water beneath me. Alec is alive. Yes. I'll be moseying on now. Skye conjures a smoke horse and starts to gallop toward the window. Stop! I cry. Sure enough, Skye waits. I lift the small lamp in my hand. Is Alec imprisoned inside an object? Skye raises a hand. The room fills with white smoke. Nervous energy zings through my body. Have I pushed Skye too far? When the smoke clears, I stand inside the Lasham boardroom. There's a date and a time on the grandfather clock. This is the very morning when Alec died. I'm seeing the past. Skye's making it happen. Inside this vision, an elf in fancy gown steps out of the darkness. That's got to be Nardelle. After all, she's surrounded in shadow. Plus, the dark harvest moon hangs in the window outside. Nardelle raises her arms. Dark rings of magic shoot out from her palms and across the room. Turning, I see the target of her spell, Alec Lacharme. The man I love stares straight into the bands of shadow, yet he doesn't so much flinch as the dark magic speeds closer. The desire to protect Alec becomes overwhelming. On instinct, I rush toward him, but sadly, my movement through the scene only makes the smoke break up. Wherever I go, the Lachambeau room returns to being a generic white cloud. Skye appears beside me. Hold on there, sister. You're ruining the spell. This isn't really Alec, I remind myself. Somehow, I force myself to stand and watch. Ribbons of shadow encircle Alec. His body becomes wrapped like a mummy and then pulled towards the gemstone that hangs around Nartadel's neck. Both the bands and Alec turn smaller as they close in on the purple stone Nartadel wears. With a burst of violet light, both Alec and the dark bands vanish. Nartadel taps her necklace. Welcome to my prison, Alec. All around me, the sense of past returns to being nothing but many white clouds. Skye waves her arms, then the pale mist vanishes as well. I set my hands on my throat, right where Nardel's necklace would lay. Alec's imprisoned inside a stone. Skye floats closer. Don't you want to be a genie even more now? With our power, you can free Alec and kill Nartadel. It would be simple. Around on Skye. Everything with you is hidden truths and outright lies. What makes you think I'd ever trust your advice about this? You let me think Alec was dead. Skye pulls off her Stetson and sets it against her chest. I meant what I said. I'm only trying to do what's best. Ask a Kobo if you doubt me. Oh, I have no doubts, Skye sighs. Good. Because I'm absolutely certain that you're trying to do what's best for you, not me, and definitely not for Alec. Closing my eyes, I pull up more. Fairy dust. Skye gasps. What are you going to do? I'm going to the fairylands to find Nartadel and get back the love of my life. You've got to be kidding. You are no match for Nartadel. She tricked the Colonel and Queen of Hearts. Do you have any idea what that means? By going to fairylands, you're handing yourself over to her. She will drain you and kill you. That's my risk to take. You're breaking my heart, says Skye. Little by little, she fades into an even smaller rounds of white smoke. Within seconds, she is gone. I can't say I'm sorry about that. Focusing on my power, I pump more fairy dust into the room. Soon the air is thick with sparkly pink stuff. Make a fedor, I whisper. The fairy dust whips across the room. Once there, it soaks into the far wall. The entire room seems to pulse with magic and power. And the door starts to form. Vines crawl up from the floorboards to cover the wall. A stone patch stretches over my rug. Pretty little flowers bud within the display. A flash of pink light appears in the centre of nude greenery. When the brightness dies down, there's a new addition to my bedroom. An emerald-coloured door now sits in the middle of this garden display. It swings open on its own. Yes. I pump my fist in the air. Who says you need actual training to open a fedor? I wanted to do it. I did it. End of story. A second flash of pink light appears. When it vanishes, there's another green door inside the first. All right, that's not good. And then the process repeats until I'm staring at seemingly endless passageways of open doors. Huh? I'm pretty sure this isn't how a portal into fairylands is supposed to actually work. Not that it's a shock. My spells are all wonky at best. Plus, I've never cast a door to fairylands before. This looks legit though, and I'm still wearing clothing, so that's a bonus. This is my chance. I'm going after Alec, no matter what. I step through the first door, which instantly closes behind me. I pull on the handle of the next door in line. It swings open with ease. When I step across a new threshold, the second door closes behind me. All right, this is annoying, but doable. At some point I'll reach Fairylands. So I open the third door and keep going. With every new door, I focus on the same thought. Alec, I will set you free. And in this moment, anything feels possible. After all, I figured out Skye's game. Now I'm heading into the Fairylands, on my own terms. I may not be an expert spellcaster, but I'm also not dissolving into someone else's identity. I'm Ella Cinder, and I choose to live by a Cinderella life template. Whatever lies ahead, I'll kick it in the arse and call it a bitch. Just like I always do. Boom. The end. And that is the end of Ella and Alec's story. Up to that point, of course, there is another book. It's called Fire and Cinder. So I guess we'll be heading over to there next, because I'm sure you all want to know if she actually saves Alec or not. I think that's the idea of the whole story, right? So I guess we'll find out in the next book. Many blessings.